Morning world, morning world. Yes, I'm finally doing voice commentary. Shout out to the homies in Grizz Nation. Big shout out to the homie Kakarato, who always hooks me up with fire intros. Looking for intros made, I'ma link his description. I'ma link his info in the description down low. Y'all can visit his channel, drop a message, you know what I'm saying? Do what you need to do to get one of these exclusive Kakarato intros because the homie is a genius. Now, I know I haven't uploaded in a minute, and most of y'all like, what the fuck? This is not a Legends vid. So I feel the explanation is old to y'all. No, I did not drop Legends. Didn't drop it. Just fell back from making content because I needed a break. PvP was draining. Trying to get good footage to make vids was taking the fun away from Legends, so it just had me in a not so happy place with the game, so I fell back for a while. And in between the falling back period, I picked up 7 Deadly Sins, completely fell in love, and now I'm stuck with 2 games I can never drop, so I'm here to make y'all love both of them. My goal is to get Legends players in the Grand Cross and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Because the 2 communities don't mesh well one right now. You got one saying Legends is trash while the other one saying Grand Cross is trash, and I'm here to tell y'all that they just both fat. Now, with that out the way, let's get into it, bro. With the 6-month Annie literally around the corner, we finna be getting fresh blood in the game. A lot of downloaded within the last week, or they will because of the 6-month Annie. And I'm here to show you what's what so you don't waste a ton of resources like I did when I was new to the game and was still a noob. So today's vid is just a beginner's guide aimed at new players that always ask, who should I focus on? So we finna make this cut, then we gonna go to the next section of okay then, this is my box. Welcome to my box. Now, excuse my gold and my gems, I'm low on both right now. As you can see, I'm clearly not prepared for LV method, but I'm not free to play, so I'm not worried. Now, what units should you invest in if you're a brand new player? Alright, I prioritize what units to invest in based on these 3 criteria here. Farming units, Demon Raid units, PvP units. Early game, if you're not going to be using that unit for one of those purposes, don't invest the resources into them. Early game, because they're hard to come by very early in the game because you don't have the CC required to farm a lot of the stages to where you get a lot of good drops for these, you know what I'm saying, things that you need. Therefore, you have to be very selective in who you build out early. So, some people, depending on the reason why you're playing the game, is going to determine what you build out first. Now, if you're all about PvE content, then of course you want to focus on your farming and demon raids more so than PvP. Everyone should focus on demon raids because that's something that you literally have to do every day, especially to get the resources you need in order to limit break your rumors. So demon raid units, farming units, PvP units are always your 3 main priorities. Now, to simplify that even more, you want to target units that can serve multiple purposes. Units that you can use in farming and demon raids. Units that you can use in PvP and demon raids. Hell, if you can find a unit that you can use in all 3, then you just saved yourself a lot of resources. So all this whole vid is learning to be efficient with your resources. And don't waste them like I did early, because I have a lot of mistakes I made early that I regret, that my box would be a whole lot better had I not done what I done early game. So, units that serve multiple purposes that are must max early game. We're gonna start with SR. And the first SR I tell everybody to max out always is this guy here. Green SR Guild Thunder. Now, why is Green SR Guild Thunder good? One, This is a unit that can serve multiple purposes. He's good for demon raids and he's good for PvP. And he's only a SR, so he doesn't take that much to build out. This is why he's good. His buff card increases attack of all allies by 30% for 2 turns at 1 star. That is just fucking excellent. 2, 40%, at 3 is 60. At 6/6, his ult does decent damage in Grey Demon. If you have decent gear on him, like he can hit over 100k easy, depending on your gear, upwards of 145, 150, 170, depending on the, like I said, gear and the buffs that he has on. But this is why he's good. Increases allies' defense-related stats by 30% in PvP. When you're just starting off in PvP, this passive is going to be your bread and butter. I don't care what your team is, you should have this guy in 4. It's going to help you climb faster, easier matches. That 30% to defense-related stats is still a very good buff. Even though you have newer units that have better kits, I can still use him in PvP today if I chose to. So that's a unit that serves multiple purposes. You also have other units like this Liz Hawk. When it comes to Liz Hawk, yes, that's my only thing. Yes, no, I ain't doing no raids right now, bro. Leave me alone. Yes, Liz Hawk, yes, all of them are good. All of them serve a purpose. All of them are great at their purpose. Like this one, she's a farm god. She has first skill, it's a single target, which is you want it to be AoE, but it knocks down defense-related stats, so it makes your AoE hit harder when you do use it. Her second skill is an AoE, and it also has pierce rate ×3, so it just does dumb damage. It ignores defense, eats through resistance, it just does dumb damage. It's a cleave for farming, just mow people down, move on to the next round. Her ult is an AoE nuke. Enough said. Hold on, let me go back. Now this is a dual one too, because she's a farmer, and if you're early game, she's also good in PvP early on. You can get away with using this unit in PvP clear up into, I want to say, platinum. You should be able to use her until you make it to platinum. Her red counterpart, you can use her in PvP. You can. I wouldn't. I mean, if you got the gear for it, go try it. She's fun. But are you gonna see her full potential in PvP? Absolutely not, because it won't be a turn that people won't hit her because they know what her passive is. They won't let it stack up. With demon raids, red demon, crimson demon, if you don't have red SSRs that build like Escanor and all that, she's a good cheap replacement. She can do all the damage all these SSR red units can do in red and crimson demon. She's cheaper to build. She hits like a truck. She's a must build. The blue SSR Liz Hawk is more niche. I mean, she's one of those units if you like her booster, but you know what I'm saying? She's not a must build, but the SR versions of her are all must builds. This Slater is also a must build just for this card here. Increases all attack related stats of one enemy by 20%. He disables everything but attack skill. So he's a hard counter for Red Arthur with his buff. He's a hard counter for Blue King with his Purify and Petrify. He's a hard counter to Red Demon to where he can't do his stance or, you know what I'm saying, do anything like that. He's a good unit. As far as SSR, oh yeah, hold on. This one here, must build for farmers. If you want to be optimal with your red book farming, and red book farming is one of the biggest parts of this game because that's the #1 way to get gold in this game. She is one of the 3 most optimal red book farmers that you can put on the same team. The optimal, let me see if I already have it built. I should, yeah. It's my #1 team. This is my red book farming team. Best team. Nobody has gear on right now, so don't trip on it. But this is the best red book farming team in the game. You're guaranteed a 3-run turn every time with this team. it goes fast. This is a unit. This should be the first unit you buy from the coin shop, people. The very first unit. And to be honest, don't wait till he's on discount. If he's not on discount and you have enough coins to buy him and you don't have him, spend the 7 coins for him. You will thank me later. He will make your life so much easier in every aspect of the game. This is a farming unit. This is a PvP unit. This is a demon raid unit. This is a unit that serves all 3 purposes, and you cannot go wrong with spending 7 coins or 5 if he's on discount for him. Must have. Of course, you're free to play. You know you want to build up your Blue King, best free to play game, best free to play unit in the game. Everyone knows what's up with King. This is another good free to play option of who to invest in early. She also has an AoE nuke that hits like a truck. Actually, at 6'6", I believe it's the hardest hitting AoE ult in the game. Her second skill is meh, but it does have rupture on it, so she's a good counter to all the mono red teams you're eventually gonna run into with all the Arthurs and Escanors and things like that. And she can disable attacks on rank 2 and up on her first skill. And her passive is just, it's beautiful. Increases heroes attack by 6% at the end of every turn. So for 5 turns, she gets a 6% increase to her attack every turn for 5 turns. So by the 5th turn, you're hitting 30% harder, and you ult somebody after that, is GG. Now, other units that's possibly good to work on right now, you have this Gustav, who used to be a must max, but no longer is. But with the return of the season 1 guild boss, he's a good option to use if you don't have Red Merlin built out, because you use them for the same reason. This is the only reason you use Red Merlin or Gustav in season 1 guild boss, and it's because of this freeze to boost up your damage. You know what I'm saying? Rank 1, it gives no extras, but at rank 2, it gives you 80% more damage. At rank 3, it gives you 200% more damage. It's the same as Red Merlin. Only difference is he's a SR and Red Merlin is a SSR, so he is the cheaper option if you're free to play. And if you big whaling, like my homie Sega Poco say, if you big whaling, do what you want to do, because I do. That's what makes the game fun. But if you're a budget player or you're free to play, he is the better option. Now, later video, we'll get into the rest of these, but early game, those are pretty much some of the units that you want. Oh, can't forget these 2. Both of these are must maxes early on. Red Arthur and this Hauser. Both of them serve multi-purpose. Hauser is good in farming. He's good in PvP. I wouldn't take him to a demon raid, but farming and PvP, he's a god. And Arthur is good for demon raids, boss battles, PvP, all of that. You know what I'm saying? He's just one of those good units that you're gonna get early on. You're gonna see him a lot early. So this is one of those units, don't feel bad about feeding dupes to him to boost his ult level up, because a 6'6" Arthur claps. He hits hard. All these SRs you're gonna want to eventually work on, because you're gonna need them for training cave and reverse stages. But like I said, if you're a newer player, those are things you have months to build up for and prepare. So we're not even gonna get into that right now. It's just something extra to add on your plate. But like I said, there's certain ones that you want to build out just for their passives, and others that you're gonna have to build out anyway. And all SRs should eventually get built out. And the goal is, regardless of if you use the unit or not, you at least want to get them at least 4-star. At least 4-star. I'm working on it. I just can't be asked to do certain units because they ass. Point blank, period. But with this good little introduction, I got more content coming later. This is just for the newer people that I know coming for the anniversary that we gonna have it. Yeah, y'all hype for LV, bro, because I'm hype for LB. But I'll see y'all in the next vid, which is coming soon. You heard me? So stay tuned, log in, and have them.